Well, welcome to the final week of Song of the Week as we approach the summer holidays, and what better opportunity to pick a summer track. So I've actually picked a classic 90s rock song by Bryan Adams, and it's called Summer of '69. You've probably heard it because it is popular, and it was really popular at the time. So for the song, I've given you some listening questions as usual, identifying instruments, identifying beats of the bar, things like that. And of course, I've got in a practical task. Now, the good thing about this song, when you're learning this, or rather learning the part that accompanies the song, is that it is quite repetitive. In fact, in the verse, you are literally playing two chords over and over. And then when it gets to the pre-chorus and the chorus, there's just another two chords added in. So it's this really easy one for you to have a go at. Now, again, all of the diagrams are on the worksheet, so do have a look at those. But I'm going to, as usual, demonstrate where those chords are. So the two chords you need for the verse are the chord of D major and A major. And you'll notice that my middle note of the chord is a black note in both instances. Okay, so D major is a D, F sharp, A played together, and an A is an A, C sharp and E played together. As usual, if you can't manage that, playing three notes together, you could always just play the bottom note of the chord. It would still fit in with what we're trying to do, okay? So for the verse, what you're going to do is play each chord for 4 counts. So when we come on to play with the track in a minute, you'll hear I'm playing it for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so when you look at the diagram, you will see that you know, as long as you follow those chords and you hold each one for 4 counts, you can't go wrong. The other chords you need, which gets into the pre-chorus and the chorus sections, is a B minor. It's got a sad sound to it. B, D, F sharp, this time the black note's at the top. And also you'll need a G chord, G major, which is just all white notes. And then you'll need the D and the A chord from the previous section. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'll show you how those work with the track. So the track that I've given you, the original music video, once you play that, is a little bit of an introduction, and then you're going to start playing. You'll hear on the verse, again, I'm just alternating between D and A. Gets slightly more complicated in the pre-chorus and the chorus, but not too much, okay? So this is how it would go with the track. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, D, A, D, D, A. Keep repeating those. Now we're going to go on to the pre-chorus and the chorus, B minor. And then it goes back into another verse. Now, if you were watching closely, you would have noticed there that when I played the D chord, sometimes I didn't choose to play it there. What I did do was I chose to play it in a slightly different position because it was actually closer to one of the other chords. So as long as you get the correct notes of the chord, it actually doesn't matter too much whereabouts you play it. I can still play a D, F sharp and an A there. D, F sharp, A. In that case, I've just moved the A lower. So if that's actually easier to fit under your hand, then do that. It's a bit more of an advanced thing, so stick to this sort of easier version if you want, but bear in mind you can just alter the shape of the chord slightly to fit under your hand slightly better, so you're not constantly moving around the keyboard. Now, the other thing you can do, which is really effective and actually not too hard to add in, is adding a single note bass note. Okay, so here, when I've got the D chord, I'm adding a D bass note. When I go to the A chord, I'm adding an A bass note in my left hand. When I go to the G chord, I'm adding a G bass note, etc. So always pick the main note of the chord to match whichever chord you're playing. Okay? And then If you can do that, you'll notice the sound is a lot fuller. But then, if you're more advanced, and again, I should have said this at the beginning, but you can be doing this on any instrument that can play chords, so something like a guitar is ideal. Think about then starting to jazz up the rhythm, because if we're playing it like this, it's perfectly fine, it totally fits with the music, but actually it can sound a little bit maybe not quite in the right style. So feel free, if you're a bit more advanced, or if you want to have a go, of just starting to jazz up the rhythm a bit. You don't have to do that particular rhythm, you might choose to do something more of like a steady beat, or as long as you're counting 4 beats for every one of those chords. 1, 2,